Hello everyone and welcome back to Cute Crochet. My name is Sri. In today's video I am going to show you how to make this doily and how to assemble it into a dream catcher. This was a gift from my best friend for Valentine's Day. That's why I made the tassels pink. But of course you can make it to fit your decor. So let's get started. I am going to be using these 10-inch Dreamcatcher rings that I bought from Amazon. They came in a pack of 12 for Rs 269. They were super well packaged and not deformed at all. And the best part is it came with these cute little freebies with a handwritten note on top. My head is already spinning for what I can make with these. I am thinking maybe earrings or keychains. I will leave a link to these in the descriptions. It's not affiliated or anything like that. I just like their attention to detail. I am using white 4-ply yarn and with it I am using a 4mm crochet hook. Start by making a slip knot in any way you feel comfortable. Then chain 8. Then slip stitch into the first chain to join. This will create a ring that we are then going to work into. Chain 3 to start. This is going to act as our first double crochet. Working over this tail, we are going to make 15 more double crochets into this ring. To make a double crochet, yarn over once. Insert your hook into the ring and pull up a loop. You will have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. And that completes one double crochet. We are going to make 14 more double crochets into this circle for a total of 16, including the first chain 3. After completing the 16 double crochets, slip stitch on top of the third chain of the first chain 3 to join. And that brings you to the end of round 1. For round 2, chain 4 to start. This is going to act as your first double crochet and chain 1 space. Make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Then chain 1. Again double crochet into the next stitch. Repeat this sequence of double crochet chain 1 double crochet chain 1 all the way around. At the end of your round, do the last chain 1 and then slip stitch on top of the third chain of the first chain 4 to join. At the end of round 2, you will have 16 double crochets and 16 chain 1 spaces. For round 3, first slip stitch into the next chain 1 space. Then chain 1 and place 1 single crochet into that same space. Then chain 2 and place single crochet into the next chain 1 space. Again chain 2 and place single crochet into the chain 1 space. Continue to repeat this sequence all the way around. After you have made single crochet into the last chain 1 space, chain 1 and then single crochet into that first single crochet stitch. This will sort of bring the yarn to the middle of the chain 2 space. At the end of round 3, you will have 16 single crochets and 16 chain 2 spaces. For round 4, chain 1 to start and then place 1 single crochet into that first chain 2 space. Then chain 3, single crochet into the next chain 2 space. And continue making chain 3 and single crochet all the way around until you reach the last chain 2 space. After making single crochet into the last chain 2 space, chain 1 and then place half double crochet into the first single crochet. This will again bring the yarn to the middle of the loop. At the end of round 4, you will have 16 chain 3 spaces and 16 single crochets. For round 5, we are going to be making 3 treble crochet clusters. For that, chain 3 to start. Then yarn over twice. Insert your hook into the chain 3 space and pull up a loop. You will have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. When you have 2 loops remaining on your hook, do not finish this stitch. Instead, yarn over twice again. Insert your hook again into the 3 chain space and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops at the same time. And that finishes your beginning cluster. Then chain 5. We are again going to make 3 treble crochet cluster. For that, yarn over twice. Insert your hook into the next chain 3 space and pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. You will have 2 loops on your hook. Again, yarn over twice. Insert your hook into the chain 3 space and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over and pull through 2. You will have 3 loops remaining. Again, yarn over twice. Insert your hook into the chain 3 space and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. When you have 4 loops remaining on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 4, and that completes your treble crochet cluster. We are going to make chain 5 and then treble crochet cluster into the next chain 3 space all the way around. After you have made the last cluster, chain 2 and then make double crochet into that first cluster. At the end of round 5, you will have 16 treble crochet clusters and 16 chain 5 spaces. For round 6, chain 6 to start. This will act as your first double crochet and chain 3 space. Then place one more double crochet into that same space. Then chain 4. Into the next chain 5 space, make 1 double crochet, chain 3, 1 double crochet. So essentially we are making these V's, which is double crochet, chain 3 double crochet and then 4 chains in between. We are going to continue to make this all the way around. After you made the last V, chain 1 and we are going to place 1 double crochet on top of that third chain of the first chain 6. At the end of round 6, we will have 16 chain 4 spaces and 16 V's. For round 7, chain 1 to start and then place 1 single crochet into that same space. Then into the next V space, we are going to place 7 double crochets. That will create this nice petal shape. Place 1 single crochet into the middle of that chain 4 space. Continue to make 7 double crochets into the V's and 1 single crochet into the chain 4 spaces all the way around. At the end of round 7, slip stitch on top of that first single crochet to join. For round 8, slip stitch on top of the first 4 double crochets of the first petal. Then chain 1 and single crochet into that same stitch. Then we are going to do cluster picot cluster. For that, chain 3 to start. Then place double crochet into that first chain. That completes one cluster. For a picot, we are going to do chain 3. Then slip stitch into that first chain. Then we are going to again make one cluster. For that, chain 3. And then double crochet into the first chain. Then we are going to skip the first 3 double crochets, then the single crochet, then again 3 double crochets, and we are going to do single crochet into the 4th stitch, which is directly in the middle of the petal. We are going to make this cluster picot cluster and then single crochet in the middle of the petals all the way around. At the end of the round, slip stitch on top of the first single crochet. and then chain 1 and fasten off. Now the doily is complete. I am going to weave in that tail. If you compare it to the size of our ring, you will see that it is quite a bit smaller. This is what will allow for the doily to be held nice and taut when it has been attached to the ring. First, I am going to wrap my ring with this brown yarn. It will look nicer if it was twine, but I don't have that available. Not gonna lie, it took me like 20 minutes to wrap up the whole ring. Maybe it was because of the anime I was watching. But there are other ways of doing this also. I plan on showing that to you guys in some other videos. As you saw, I bought 12 rings, so more Dreamcatcher videos are coming. Next, I will attach the doily to my ring using needle and yarn. Just go through one of the picots of the doily, then tie a knot onto the ring. Then wrap the yarn around the ring one time and then go through the next picot. Continue to repeat this all the way around through all the picots. Make sure that they are evenly spaced out. Finally, again go through the first picot and make a knot. Make sure that the doily is being held taut. Trim off the tails. To make the loop to hang it up, fold a piece of yarn in half and then make a knot. Once you have formed a loop like this, tie it around the ring like so. Making the tassels is actually really easy. Just take whatever box or cardboard piece that fits the size of your tassel and then wrap your yarn around it. I wrapped mine around 25 times. Then take another piece of yarn like this. Insert your crochet hook underneath all the loops through one side like this, and then pass this yarn underneath all those loops. Then tie a tight knot to hold all the loops in place, making sure that the yarn is even on both sides. Wrapping the yarn a couple of times like this makes the knot tighter. Then you can take all the loops of the box or the piece of cardboard and then cut all the loops along one end. Then tie another piece of yarn around the top of the tassel. I like to comb out the strands a little bit with my. Then tie a knot, leaving a couple of centimeters gap from the top so that it creates that nice bulb shape. Wrap the tails around the tassel a couple of times so that it looks nice and finished. Pull the tails in through the tassel using a crochet hook. Usually, if this tie is in the same color as the tassel, you can leave the tails hanging. But since mine is in a different color, I am going to trim it short. And there you have it. If your tassel is unruly like mine, you can wet it first to make the strands more straight. Then trim up the ends just a little bit to make it even. I made 15 tassels in total, 5 in each color to make this sort of gradient. Determine the center point directly opposite to the loop for hanging, and that is where we should start hanging our tassels. Stack the tassels one of each color on top of each other like so. Once they are evenly spaced out, tie them onto the ring all at once. Trim the excess yarn, and then for extra security, add a dap of fabric glue. Repeat this same process 4 more times, twice on either side. And this is the finished Dreamcatcher. It took so little time to make and my best friend absolutely loved it. You can make it in any color to fit your theme and decor. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.